We are continuing on with the Sarkov. Because that's all I am now. Where are we at? Still need to do that. Still need to do that. These two are done, so they need to be. Need to finish off SMGs too. Ah, that's fine. We'll continue on with this, even if it gives me great pain to use it. I might have something done at this point. Nope, still not done. Goodness gracious. Bonk. Take a sip of my monster. And then go on my merry way.
Rapid Response Team Alpha, Security Chief Blanchard. How copy? I'm barricaded the command center. Got a little dinged up, but I'll live. See if there's anyone left to save. Body can't fly. I'll keep eyes on him. Be advised, we lost contact with 3 of our sites.
Alright, we are certainly moving at a good pace, I think. I believe so anyway, I don't know. We are certainly going. We are grooving. Let me try change. There we go. Feels almost way more sticky than I thought it would be. Should probably actually use my gun. Oh, it's so much better. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, really? That's kind of suck. There we go. I was able to get that timing really good. Because you got roughly 15 seconds from that door to get there. And then shoot it. There's going to be what? I think 22 rounds in the magazine. When this is Pack-a-Punch. I do really like this music too. It's pretty good. Actually, let's do something different.
2015.
We can listen to a video of some kind. And I can throw on some text on screen, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Let me just add that in real quick. Window capture. I can capture my Google. There we go. It does capture cursor. I don't know what force SDR means. And just throw this in the top right corner. It is certainly going, Mr. Bloodshot 69. It is certainly going. We are 7 through of the way through Opal. Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way. We're 7 of the way through Opal, 17 through Gold. And it is certainly something. So it's been good, I guess. Depending on how you see it, I suppose. I can throw this back this way.
Expansive, intricate, and quite frankly horrific these cases are, I simply won't have time to get to anyone else. These are the TF2 degenerates. Not many multiplayer games are still active 15
Yeah, it's fine.
years after their initial release, let alone have an online community that still fervently talks about them. That's what makes Team Fortress 2
Full
a
screen
special
that.
title in video game history. And the vast majority of
Oh,
players are
yeah.
perfectly fine
Opal's
people
really
with normal
bad.
lives who don't harm
18 out of
anyone.
33
That being
right
said,
now.
in any community, you have a few bad apples. This wouldn't be a Degenerates video without
I'm in
them.
the same
So
boat.
today, we'll be covering two of the most
I'm trying to get everything to gold
perversion in
before I even move on to Opal, to be honest. It's such a feels bad, to be honest.
TF2 community. I know we usually cover at least a handful of people in the Degenerates videos, but with how expansive, intricate, and quite frankly
can lower
horrific
the
these
volume
cases
a
are,
little bit.
I simply won't have time to get to anyone else. These are the TF2 degenerates.
It should be good. But yeah, Opal is not great, especially considering you have to get to, I think it's round 36 is 30 manglers, I think. 35, somewhere around there. And honestly, I think the worst part of it is going to be pistols and the rocket launchers, because they're so bad.
But for trading to take place efficiently, there need to be platforms to enable it, which is where item trading websites come in. Their bots can conduct trades automatically, as well as mitigate the risk of being scammed.
Alright, let
Because
me
the website
transition
handles
this
the
real
transaction.
quick.
One
Oh,
such
there we go.
website
Now it's
since
on.
2012 is Scrap.tf, created by Jesse Cardone and Joshua Thompson, also known as Steel. These two also own Marketplace.tf, which was founded in 2013, which, as the name suggests, is a marketplace for buying and selling TF2 items. In 2017,
Yeah.
they further expand their holdings by acquiring
I mostly don't want to do the solo direct because I want to be able to grind out regular zombies at the same time, like at a faster pace, because up to what, like around 30, 35 zombies every, I think it's like a minute, is not, it's not great, or 35 zombies every round. In terms of getting gold, it's not great. It's also incredibly repetitive, so I kind of just lose like higher brain functions when I do it. I do think it is better. It's like a more safer way of getting all your headshots and all of your mangler kills, but it's I just can't do that. I need to be somewhat active.
In 2020, allegations would be made with depraved implications far further than reckless moderation.
Oh.
Members of the Scrap TF
Is my
staff, men in their
thing
early
not
20s,
working?
mind you, had allegedly been grooming teenage boys. However, this
Oh,
was
it
no
like
longer
goes out of the,
2020.
huh,
Let's rewind to 2015.
weird.
The first controversy involving Scrap.tf.
Yeah, I usually do very little sounds,
Someone leaked a lewd image of Jesse's boyfriend at the time,
but
by Luna, mostly naked, with the phrase Jesse's footrest written on his chest.
especially for crawler rounds or vermin rounds, I like hearing when they finally stop spawning so I can remember when to actually go get upgrades and whatnot.
Luna was 17, and the photo was supposedly taken only once he was of age. Others believe Jesse could have been slightly older and Luna slightly younger, but without an exact date, it's hard to tell. And at the same time, a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old dating is hardly something to throw a fit about, right? Nonetheless, this image brought plenty of ridicule upon Jesse because, well, his strange proclivities were on full display for the entire world to see. Jesse evidently did not like this.
I probably want to do pistols next just to get them all the way out of the way, because oh man, I don't want to do pistols anymore. They're so bad. The Grakova basically is an SMG, but not as much damage. So that one's fine, somewhat. It's all the other ones. The Strider especially, it's so bad. It does so little damage. Thought the melee counted for a gun, so I got opal on the bat and gold for a knife. For it not to count? What? Really?
no beef with Scrap.tf, but also
Damn.
in the process, which was viewed as unfair moderation and drew more attention upon the drama in the process. Since the age of the person in the photo was up for debate, this instance mostly shed light on Jesse's questionable, though potentially
Yeah, I'm working on the bat right
stance,
now for
and
my
was
melee.
just an embarrassment for Jesse and the
I
site.
already
Some
have my
found it
knife
strange and
gold,
wanted to
so
make fun of him
I just
for it,
need to
but
power
ultimately,
through
no
the
harm, no
baseball
foul.
bat
That being said, it also showed the lengths
so I
they were
can
willing
get
to go to protect
opal
their
on it.
image. Since, even though Jesse claimed to have done nothing wrong nor illegal, he was adamant about erasing any trace of
Yeah,
his
that's fair.
intent. It wasn't until late May of 2020 that much
I was
of the
working on
process
launchers,
came to
but
light. Personally, Laura
I
and
don't want to
advocacy
spawn in with a
were
launcher
close
because
to
I'd like to be able to
talking
do
about
my
the
headshot
Scrap
kills
TF
first
staff. The web
before I
page
do all
was
my
on
opals.
Discord, so we'll refer to him as Kurz. Kurz claimed that Jesse and multiple other
So.
adults on staff had been grooming minors that were
Oh
moderate
no,
and
you're
seeking
right.
behavior
I
that
completely
benefited
forgot about the
elementary
power
boys. For
drill.
example, the site's forum, the
Oh
Nebula forum,
no.
has badges as well as can be assigned to
That's
users
gonna
by
be so
staff, one being the
miserable.
Pony Plus badge. I forgot to mention, Jesse is
Oh
as
no.
are many other staff members. In fact, there's a cross-section of LP fans and TFT fans that are active to this day. Anyways, the way one would acquire the Pony Plus badge was unorthodox.
Let me see if I
to
can
say
get
the least,
this
according to
immediate
Kurz.
working.
His tweet read, "On May 6th, I was alerted by a member of the Scrap TF community that Jesse Cardone solicited him for pictures of his ass when he was a minor in exchange for badges on the website." In the Discord screenshots attached to this image, the anonymous person elaborated, "Anon, to get the Pony Plus badge, you need to send Jesse a butt pic. Kurz, I always wondered how you got those. That's like the tramp stamp of Scrap TF. Anon, the thing is, I think it was illegal. Like, no offense, but there are minors on Scrap TF who have said role. I got mine 5 years ago. Or was
And
it
is
4?
also a
Guess
2-tap?
what? I'm 19 at the
Seriously?
moment. Do the math and you'll figure out when I
Whoa.
got it. According to this person,
That's,
they were 14 or 15 when they were given a
I don't know how to
photo
feel
of the
about
site and
that.
were sending an explicit image of themselves. If true, Jesse, since he was born in 1996, would have been 19 or 20 at the time, making this clearly illegal and predatory. That being said, this is just one person's account. How do we know this is true at all? I mean, they could be making it up, right? Well, Kurz would actually confront a staff member named Lukey about this allegation, and Lukey's only response seemed to be to confirm these rumors. Kurz, I was told something that's pretty unbelievable, and I wanted to ask you for some closure. I was told by an old community member in Scrap TF that, in order to get the Pony Plus badge, you need to send Jesse a butt pic. Lukey, lol, no, that's not the only way. Smiley face. Kurz, that's pretty fucked up because multiple people have told me they were minors when they did that. Lukey, I just got it by being active in site chat and helping out, but knowing Jesse, it's probably true to some extent. Kurz, so he solicited minors for pictures of their Upon that last message,
Damn,
Lukey would delete all
TF2
the
people
messages
just
he
can't
sent
stop.
Kurz, which made the whole situation look even more suspect. This was already extremely concerning, but of course, the story didn't
Alright,
end
if I
there,
can
and
fix
going into
this,
June
then I can
2020,
get back
more
to
incriminating
playing.
information would be released. According to multiple accounts, over the years, older staff had regularly made advances towards underage mods and solicited images from them. One such underage
For the
mod
Marin
was
shotgun done
Sanity,
before I get
who
the next
talked about
level.
a mod
Ah,
on
yeah.
Telegram. He was 14 when he first applied to become a mod.
I do want to try out
Knowledge, he was 15 when he survived by
new
his
stuff,
game's
but
application. However, that age is still very much away.
uh,
He would end up giving his side of the story, most of which took place
1.5k. That's not bad.
when Jesse would
That's
have been
like
19 or 20
that's not
years old.
too long.
So I was told that at the age of 16, you sent nude pictures of yourself.
I've got a couple of saves lined up for when I need to do
So it wasn't specifically Jesse.
like Mangler
Was
runs.
Jesse one of the people who
So I've
received
got
photos?
gun saves where I've maxed out my guns already, have them all gold and triple packed.
Yeah, though it was also happening before that.
So whenever I'm done with getting
Because of the photo? I doubt it.
gold on
I was 15 to 20 at the time,
both my
14 to 15
shotguns,
when you sent the picture. Yeah,
then I'll
that's why I
do
was
the
sending them now because people asked me to.
Mangler run on that.
The norm to do so. Were you ever asked to
Shotgun
send them?
done
If
before
so,
I get
do.
max level.
Main people asking
Yeah.
for them were 3XL.
I'm actually, I got the
3XL
2k
Ben were other staff members
on
at the time, and were also
the
in
Marine
contact with Sandwhip over Telegram,
SP,
which is where the pictures were
and then
3XL Neats, also known as Mark, would
What
have
did I
been
do?
18 in 2016.
what was I saying?
His offenses stretching into
I got
Ben
I got it
also
completely
being
gold
an
maxed
adult
out,
at the time.
and I've
Jesse
only
said
gotten
he accepted
to
them, and he
level
got rejected or be
33
disgusted
on
by them.
it,
Yeah, he took them gladly. Did he know you were
which
16
is
or
not
did
very
he bother to
fun.
ask? Yeah, he knew my age. All the staff did. Did you ever feel like you were pressured in any way, shape, or form into sending them? Yeah, but very rarely. Do you believe Jesse or any other Scrap TF staff did the same to others? Oh, definitely. I don't know who, though, but it definitely happened. There was also this Telegram group where most of the worst stuff happened. I'm no longer in it, so I don't have any logs, so you'll just have to trust me on this. Sandwhip linked a screenshot of a Telegram called Gay Club, where apparently a lot of these sexual exchanges took place. We will revisit this later, as it's relevant to a vital piece of evidence. Sandwhip continued. Also, in Jesse's recent post on the site, he said he removed all NSFW rooms from chat. Not true. I was 16 in 2017. It probably started around 15. The The full list of
Okay.
people who got nudes while knowing my age are Jesse, 3XL Neats, Tyler, Ben, Captain Natural, Spike, and Clark. They're who I've got on Telegram. Tyler and 3XL Neat being the main offenders. Sandwhip mentions a handful of other people here, so let's cover them as well. Tyler, a moderator, also went by Allure or Totally Batty, and we can see from his account on ScrapTF that he was born in 1999, making him 18 in 2017. He's only a year and a half older than Sandwhip, but because of how the law works, he's technically requested.
Alright, I can go grab all my stuff now.
So it would be illegal. That being said, as before with Jesse, many would likely not think
Go
much of
grab
our 2-year
quick,
age gap.
not
It's still
quick,
well
Speed
within the
Cola,
realm of a normal relationship,
Sugar
but only
Nog,
for balance
and then
of
go
things.
uphill,
Then
and
there's
then go
Pickle
pack a
Spark,
punch.
another moderator on the site who was born in
What level am I at? I am 55,
19
second
making
prestige.
it illegal if pictures were solicited. Spike, from what I can tell, is Spike the baby dragon on the ScrapTF forums, and there's no account.
Or if you meant my
ScrapTF, but there is a small
shotgun,
YouTube
it's
channel
33 right now.
Those last two connections are just my speculation, so take them with a grain of salt. And of course, their respective ages are unclear. There were plenty of screenshots Sandwhip shared as proof. However, most of the potential evidence was lost due to him deleting his accounts a few times over the years. Of the evidence that remained, it implicated Jesse, Ben, Tyler, and Mark. But before we get into the screenshots, we have to establish that the account in question really
I
belongs
really
to
don't want to
we can see that
prestige
Jesse had the username
because
and we know that he goes by JesseCar96 on a lot of platforms. Plus,
oh well, I
his
just
profile
don't want to have
picture
to
is provided
regrind
by
to go be
Funnily
able to
enough,
do all
Ben
my
changed his profile
stuff.
picture, perhaps to obscure his identity by removing a key identifier. Ben's account would end up being deleted, though it still popped up when searched for. Proving Tyler's ownership of the account is pretty straightforward.
Prestige 6. Yeah, I've been holding off on a lot. I've probably got enough XP to be able to max out again and probably get to prestige 4. But I've refused to.
We also have proof of Sandwhip stating his age in the Gateway group chat I mentioned before, which means everyone should have known his age, whether or not they had seen his moderator application, and whether or not they had personally asked. With that out of the way, let's get to the evidence. We'll first cover the two main offenders according to Sandwhip, Tyler and Mark. Tyler, other than asking for also admitted to possessing a video of him in the shower. I randomly found a video of you in the shower in my downloads. Didn't you send it to me?
That was a little bit of a close call.
You don't send pics that often anymore, do you? As for Mark, he pressured Sandwhip for news and made specific requests, reprimanding him if he didn't comply, while sending phony pictures.
That was a miss. That sucks. I got manglered. Oh, never mind. Surprised that hit it, actually.
I was having a shower 12 hours ago. Then there shouldn't be a problem. How old are you? 17. Oh, so you're illegal. 18 soon. That makes it hotter. Okay, that's just creepy. It's kind of hot to be illegal. In a way, makes it more thrilling. Since a lot of the evidence was lost, evidence which would supposedly incriminate the others in the long list of people Sandwhip mentioned, that leaves us with these screenshots regarding Jesse himself. We see from these that Jesse explicitly requested pictures and videos from Sandwhip relating to his fetish, so it doesn't get much more concrete than that. The other main witness and victim of came forward besides Sandwhip was Jamie, who similarly related
It's what
to
Hellstorm
Jamie,
kills, right?
basically I
Yeah.
got groomed at 16. Scrap is weird.
I'll do
Everyone takes
LDBR
different
then.
stages. It's the reason I wanted to get demoted. I'm glad Ben listened. I couldn't be a part of that community after what I saw. I've heard stuff about staff asking newer staff for nudes. Jamie, Pinky and Sandwhip took them at 16, and that's confirmed.
Alright, now I just gotta hope to be able to get one of the rocket launchers out of the box.
You became mod? Yeah, gave up after like 2 weeks and didn't DM me once after that. Anon, like the stuff you see in movies, Hey Pretty Boy or something like that. Jamie, usually teasing and asking if I wanted to join the NSFW channel, which I didn't want
KSV,
to.
no.
Jesse was allegedly trying to get sexual with Jamie. We must have known the age up considering it would have been included on his mod application, but gave up when Jamie wasn't reciprocating. Jamie also mentioned someone named Pinky who supposedly got moderator status and sending news to staff, but there isn't any other info on this person, so that
Oh,
part
whoopes.
remains
That was
unknown.
a
Although everything else
fat
so
fingered
far
that button.
is a lot as
Whoops.
is. The other part of the allegations pertain to the site being.us, a private invite-only file sharing website for Jesse
Come
and
on.
his friends.
I gotta
Among
get
other things,
something.
it apparently hosted pornography.
That's
The
not what I
main claim
wanted.
is that a staff member named Lilith had put NSFW
Come
art
on.
on characters
A shotgun
minor, who
or
went by funny.
something.
Even though the art wasn't of
else?
funny and was of their character instead, it still implied
Armor
she was
lime over
sexually
here.
minor, which many took issue with. The last thing was that Jesse was so adamant about relating to what that he supposedly
That's 2 potential opal kills gone. That sucks.
community to look out for anyone who might be bad-mouthing him. The mod, who went by Pilsman Fox, had this to say. January of last year, Jesse had asked me to spy on a few scrap-related discs.
Oh, I usually do it on 10 just to upgrade to rare immediately.
Regarding things completely unrelated to scrap, and this allowed him to ban a good amount of famous rafflers. Initially, there was Kurz'
Just because I like the
from the community came together on other
being able to immediately go to blue.
and spread all this info as well. One person, being a TFT YouTuber named Pill Jester, made a video about the allegations, trying to spread awareness to hold Scrap TF accountable. All this gave a lot for Jesse to respond to, although he would do less responding and more retaliating. The thread by Kurz, or @LemonSavior, as well as his account, was allegedly mass reported by Jesse and his cohorts.
I should go grab Deadshot.
But according to
But
Kurz, they took their efforts to screw him over one step
gotta
I got
cook as many of these zombies as possible.
I was suspended 3 times in a row in only 2 days. Also, I'm not a racist, I do not sexually assault or harass anyone, and I'm not transphobic. I exposed someone for pedophilia, and in return he sent his friends and hound dogs to tell all my friends that I'm a racist, transphobic...
Oh yeah, I hate it when they go get it and then they're like, oh cool, green. An Aether tool. It's always like round 8 and we'll get up there and then they'll just immediately grenade it for no reason.
In any case, Jesse would issue his first response to the situation on May 30th, though he didn't tackle the claims about it whatsoever. He posted a raffle with the following text. You may have heard some allegations against me, and I want to clear some things up about it. I'm not going to link it here and don't post it in the comments, but this is for people that want a response. These accusations are being brought up by someone who is a part of our community, but has been banned.
It's part of the reason I don't play pubs anymore is because a lot of people make very strange decisions and then we'll get to not as high rounds as I'd like to.
Thank you to anyone that's actually looked at it and realized the evidence is just baseless conversations with no evidence. Others that know me,
yeah, now I can go do my thing.
Why didn't I see it before? The Kevin Spacey defense. The only reason people are antagonizing you is because you're gay, and they're in a bigoted conspiracy against
Yeah, that makes sense.
Never mind the claims that you solicited CP. That's so
I got a Semtex throw that I've pretty much choreographed at this point.
Ask your community not to go
Nope.
look at what the allegations actually consist of. Jesse chalked up the allegations to Kurz holding a grudge against him, but whether or not
Everybody's got their own little lineup. It's kind of cool.
Past was irrelevant because he wouldn't be the only one making accusations about Scrap TF staff by far. As we went over, he didn't even acknowledge that any of these conversations were real or anything took place. Instead, he just
Okay, I'm gonna go get Deadshot.
Going from May to June, as more information came out and victims came forward, this pushed Jesse to make a slightly more comprehensive, though still utterly insufficient response. He would post the following to the site's forums on June 7th. Our main point of community on Scrap TF is our chat system. It contains both public and private rooms, similar to what you find on Discord. Some lewd rooms have existed in the chat over the years, and they were used for sharing NSFW artwork, discussion of it, and some roleplay of that nature.
Yeah.
In hindsight, the rules regarding lewd content in our chat were insufficient.
I think
In the past, we regretfully did not put much effort into validating that users entering those rooms are over the age of 18. Since most staff members are already close friends, some relationships and lewd activities have occurred between them, including myself. One of my best friends who I've known for a long time is Luna. Back in 2015, a mutual friend of ours got a hold of some of his photos because Luna liked to share them between friends. This friend proceeded to post one of these photos on 4chan's BG board
There we go.
for malicious reasons. I will obviously not show the photo.
Now I can get rid of this thing.
Jesse's footrest written on his chest, which is where the footrest incident stems from. At the time, Luna and I were in a relationship, and we are 2 years apart in age. After this leak, the photo was posted multiple times on Scrap TF by malicious people. About 30 users were initially banned from Scrap TF.
I think my highest round was, I kind of forgot that it wasn't here anymore. 48, I believe. Actually, what does it show me right here? No.
At least he was honest about the honeypot raffle and their moderation decisions. However, he only focused on Luna, when the real issue at hand were all of the other minors that Jesse and his friends allegedly interacted with. But Jesse didn't touch on any of that, at least in this response. One aspect of the story he did try to clarify was Lukey's response to Kurz. He tried to recontextualize their conversation and claimed that what Lukey had said didn't confirm the idea that the Tony Plus badge was obtained in exchange for nudes, sometimes from minors. Lewd jokes were commonplace among friends in our chat, so that's what he thought of it as. The second
damn
reply
it.
to Kurz's question about minors was an
I'm gonna waste so
and
much
not really
money
what he
here.
wrote, and it's just not true. Whether or not he
Just
read
because
what
I
Kurz
want to get
wrote, he simply
Mangler
said,
kills.
Knowing Jesse, it's probably true to some extent. What else could that possibly refer to, other than the original claim that Jesse solicits pictures in exchange for badges? And given the following response, if he really thought that minors were not involved, wouldn't he at least have reflected these
Yeah.
messages instead of just deleting everything?
That's good.
The best case scenario interpretation of these messages is that Lukey affirmed the fact that nudes were a way to get the Pony Plus badge, but not that the nudes were coming from minors. In any case, this response doesn't address the minors that Kurz talked to, who testified to sending Jesse pictures when they were underage. Jesse could have fired
All
back and
right.
said that
Well,
Kurz was lying,
I'm gonna go
or
up.
that those minors were lying, but he didn't
I'm
even
not
address
dealing
part
with
of the
that
allegations, which is worrisome.
anymore.
3 others
I'll
who
just
implicated
I'll
Jesse
finish off
hopped
this
on
gun and
Jesse's
then move
thread to
on.
back him up. Tyler, Spike, and Twinkle Spark. While none of these screenshots we went over included Spike and Twinkle Spark,
What?
if you remember correctly, Sandwhip alleged that they too would receive his nudes while knowing his age. The funniest part about their replies to the thread is that they act like uninvolved third parties simply litigating the situation, when in reality,
I kind of want to
they're on the
like
list of supposed
finish off the
Twinkle ended
shotgun
up with. I
with
would like to
Dragon's
expand
Breath
upon what
rounds to
kind
see
of
how good they
we're
are,
dealing with here,
but I
rather
don't
than
think
just
they'll
something in
be
general.
very good.
Twinkle just goes on to make ad hominem statements about how Kurz is doing this because he's angry or something, and finished off by saying, "I hope these situations clears up soon for Jesse and everyone involved." Everyone involved includes you, according to my calculations. Twinkle also made the following comments. They're the ones accusing without real proof, though. All the things I've seen were conversations were possible and likely, but that might as well be taken out of context.
Bang, 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 bang.
Conversations were possible and quiet meaning. That's a funny way of referring to when Tyler said, "I love those balls," or when Ben made the request, "Send me a video of you showering," or Jesse's statement, "I want to watch you." Tyler dropped a couple of replies on the thread as well. Again, not really.
I'm kind of hungry, honestly. I probably will get food soon.
Make failed lawsuits arrest those people on these thread, trying to hold Jesse accountable. Unless you've got absolute proof of this, you might want to scale this back. This kind of thing can be illegal and can be investigated IRL. When you make this serious an accusation, you'd better have absolute proof, or you can get in
Oh
trouble
my
for this.
goodness.
The thread was closed
Take
on
a sip
June
of my
8th, and
monster.
on June 9th, Mark deleted his Telegram history, and Ben was silently banned from the site. Jesse would
Great.
never condemn the actions of these now ex-staff members. He could have at least publicly acknowledged that wrongdoing had taken place, and just claimed it was on the part of other people rather than him. But then again, if he did that, people would start asking how he, a supposedly innocent man, would have such a sketchy friend group. There's also no indication that Jesse ever investigated if there were any more victims that hadn't come forward yet, which was telling that he only cared about the site's image rather than damage done to the minors involved. Of course, not anymore telling them the fact that he supposedly engaged in these same behaviors himself. Other people will get a hold of Jesse, Mark, over Discord later on in June, press them on the issue.
Oh, I gotta get quick revive soon.
One such person is a TF2 YouTuber named Whammo, who, like Sylvester, also made a video exposing Scrap TF at the time. In his interactions with Jesse, Jesse feigned ignorance of something he said. Whammo, so you're trying to say you didn't know Sam would be underage and pressured him for photos? Jesse, I did not pressure him for photos.
304? That's not bad.
If I wanted them. Either way, I was not aware of his age. Whammo then responded with the proof before that Jesse explicitly requested photos in a video of Sandwhip ejaculating, and Jesse's response was, "I assume he was 18 because others didn't stuff with him too. He posted his application on before I read any of that stuff. It was my fault to not check for it. Sorry for not doing it." The pattern of Jesse ignoring or denying claims to be accused right before his eyes is once again repeated. Here, we finally have an admission from Jesse that the conversations staff were having were real and were sexually charged. He had
Oh, I just get the blue monster.
settling up until that point, that the evidence was
That's
nothing more than
pretty much
complex conversations
the
that
one
were
I grab.
rude. He came out and said he was sexual towards Sandwhip because, quotes, others would do stuff with him too. Jesse also ignored that he had just been caught in a lie by Whammo, his lie being that he never propositioned Sandwhip, and instead just reiterated the claim that he
I'm
didn't
only
know Sandwhip's age
269
because
in?
the application that
Shit.
mentioned it was submitted so long before their sexual
I'm like a
interaction,
fourth of the
which he
way
didn't
through
remember
this
or
run.
mentally connected to. However, according to Sandwhip, this was a lie. That's just a flat lie. It was happening prior to that. Pair this with the fact that Sandwhip mentioned how old he was when he told the truth of that. It seems very unlikely that Jesse didn't know his age. And if he genuinely didn't, then frankly he had no excuse not to. Mark would also respond, but he would admit to his wrongdoing, although he tried to use his age to basically excuse this. I was 17 when I started in 2015 and was in my early 20s at latest. I grew up in an environment which was mostly dudes. That's why you asked for CP? I deeply apologize for what I did. There's no excuse. Mark would also post a longer response that reiterated the same basic points. As for what role Gil it wasn't implicated in any of the allegations besides running the Honeypot raffle back in 2015 and just generally making disagreeable moderation decisions. However, some people criticize his response for
It's
being
amazing
unbiased,
how,
which he would
like,
address.
brain
What I tried
off
to do is
it
navigate
is
this
now
with my partner,
for me in this
a
game.
friend, being accused of genuinely
I'm just kind of like
I've been trying to figure out how to
listening to
reconcile my
what's going on.
responsibility to a friend to grant them a modicum of trust versus my responsibility to address this as genuinely and honestly as I can. And I probably haven't been handling it well, given there are days where I've just laid in bed or on the couch catatonically, simultaneously filled with anxiety and yet an inability to act on that anxiety. Scrap TF hasn't had serious developer work put into it, on my part, for years, and the way it determines prices of items is stupid, especially in 2020. Market
I'll probably upgrade to purple and double pack a punch soon.
visiting them makes me feel ill and anxious. I'd probably agree with many criticisms you have of that. A lot of this post was just him elaborating on his rattled mental state from living an unhealthy lifestyle, rather than getting into the nitty-gritty details of what was going on with Jesse. So it didn't help the investigation. That being said, he seemed to take it pretty hard that his friend and business partner in his greatest venture had been accused of being such a disgusting person. After all of this, people were talking about the drama and documentary
Yeah.
videos from time to time, but it mostly fizzled out. Scrap GF is still up.
I usually listen to like a video or like a podcast or something while I'm playing, to be honest.
Well, with one exception,
Or some music. I just kind of vibe. Like, don't do anything.
Whether this was indeed the case, though, and whether anything came of it, I don't know, because Jesse and Gil's Enterprises have just kept chugging along. There wasn't much that could be done to take down Jesse except to encourage people to use other sites and report him to the authorities, because Jesse wasn't a user or staff member on the site, he was its co-owner.
At least my aim is getting better, slowly.
They're not going to do investigations on themselves, find themselves guilty, and then fire themselves.
I was definitely hot garbage when I started the grind on this game.
But even if you think Jesse is completely innocent,
I'm still hot garbage, but much better now.
and the suspicious conduct of those around him, he's at the very least shown himself to be
I think I can go probably grab a rocket launcher. Yeah, it's late. It is late.
Usually what prevents the resolution of situations like these
When
is
it's,
lack of information.
I'm still going to
In this
keep
case,
playing.
no shortage of awareness in the TF2 community
Oof.
about what really went on. Jesse's objectionable behavior has been a very deep discussion for 7 years and has been extremely well known for the past 2. It sucks. I think that's probably all you can really say. It fucking sucks.
Should have grabbed napalm burst.
More so than other games, lends itself to the emergence of content creators in this community.
Sheesh.
This is because of the custom items we went over before.
Alright, we're gonna go grab.
Not by generic skins, but down to individual pieces of clothing. The game's capacity for customization means you can create your own totally unique character, and as such, easily recognizable figures start to crop up, such as popular influencers. But while some may have a positive connotation, other people are recognized for their notoriety. Back in 2018 and 2019, Mecha Rec was an active YouTuber in the community. He peaked at around 14k subscribers, which may not sound like a lot, but in a game with a relatively small scope, it's kind of a big deal to have a subscriber count of 20,000. While that number may seem easy in comparison to following someone like Mr. Beast, in the TF2 world, it's enough to make people treat you differently than the
Bang, 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 bang.
excited to play with you or against you in games. They'll try to get close to you in your server, and if they see anything out of the ordinary, they're kind of overlook it, either because they don't doubt or they're scared of what would happen if the fan base didn't get them. Mecha Rec made his videos, was an active player and competitive, collaborated with other TF2 YouTubers, and that was about it. The only bit of foreshadowing that something could be wrong to those on the outside looking in was a tweet he made on April 27, 2019 about his Discord server. It's funny how history repeats itself, huh? Well, once again, the Mecha Rec's Cave of Gold, or COG, has now been shut down again after a massive downward spiral, and many users have even stabbed. Normally I would reopen it, but I'm gonna be like Valve and not do this a third time. Thanks. So, objectionable things were taking place on his Discord server, and he had to shut it down, and apparently, this is the second time this has happened. It's open to interpretation what he meant by downward spiral, so naturally, most people who saw this tweet probably thought it was something innocuous, like server members being chaotic and toxic. However, Mecha Rec would end up deleting this tweet, and only the what was to come. Darty, another smaller TF2 YouTuber, released a video on May 14, 2019, titled The Dark Side of Mecha Rec. Mecha was someone Darty had
Dang, dang, dang.
on videos, dating all the way back to 2017.
Yeah.
All of a sudden going up against his very own friends. It had to be for
Honestly, I usually go until I got
out
the gun I have fully finished, and then kind of like take a break there and go play multiplayer or something. Oh, you gotta be joking me.
server to find these underage boys and girls and establish contact with them. However, he ended up meeting his victims. He would always start by building a base level of friendship with them and escalated his disgusting behavior from there. Of the known victims, he first was a
17. Yeah.
He and Mecha played TF2 together on a regular basis, and he considered him a friend. However, things started going south when Suip J, being so young, thought it would be funny to
I definitely prefer Mystic Gold on some guns, to be honest, but
messaging him and starting what would be an exceedingly odd conversation about the incidents, to say the least. Suip, how even old are you? Like, what are you? I'm a pubescent lolly boy who moans in ADC. Suip J
gimme. Ah, that's not what I wanted.
Mecha Rec went on to say that the moaning made
I was like, yeah, it's gotta be a rocket launcher. No.
that it aroused him. But
No,
obviously,
it's
he doesn't want
not.
to blatantly say that, lest he expose his true intentions right out of the gates. Oof, Well, congrats, Seward. You made a man contemplate something real bad tonight. I won't even any drinks after this. After your mental health. Boy, you're the one moaning like an anime girl expecting to get a real. Would it not be alien for me to get a little aroused or something like that, regardless of who it's from? You can see him already trying to justify his behavior by implying that the fact it's not towards the male, but towards the victim of the supposed secret arousing coming from him. If I had to guess, he does this because he's rather than
Oh, I gotta go get my box pull.
which very obviously makes you a pedophile.
What is
Say
it?
that there
No.
are
It was probably the one gun I wanted to. It's probably a rocket launcher.
Mecha Rex Suip is the one with power, while he himself somehow with the mercy of a child, because the child can subject him to desires he definitely doesn't want whatsoever. It's immediately obvious how ridiculous of a claim that is once you say it out loud, but that's the
I think that's the third time I've gotten the KSV from the box.
Soup, do not toy with me. I am a weak man. I am a very interesting person away from the screens and whatnot. The last thing I need to set my dark side off is by someone on Discord going about the anime girl over and over.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go get food after this.
But I digress. He continues.
SVD.
I'm extremely lustful. That is mainly what my dark side is. No bad intentions.
Oh, wow. I actually like that a lot.
Naughty bastard. That's right. He has no bad intentions, just devious thoughts. Again, Vector X says to downplay the predator.
That feels nice, actually, compared to the other sniper rifles. That's really good.
Also to de-emphasize the role of his free will and what he does. Nonetheless, he continues to expound upon the intricacies of his sexual desires to a prepubescent child. I mean, it wouldn't be inherently wrong. It was for shock value and the reaction. Shrug. I can handle it. It's just that regardless of reaction.
What is this, purple? Okay.
Great, using innuendos to talk about your penis to a 12-year-old kid. If it wasn't bad enough,
There's gotta be. It's gotta be somewhere over in this thing. Come on. Just let me get my Mangler, because I've got like 15 left on each one. On each rocket launcher.
Well, it's not that much. Try 4 times a day.
What is it?
How does he get
80k.
this done? You know what? Never mind. I don't really want to think about it. To close off the conversation, Mecha Rex just came out and said he thought about
Damn.
participating on the call and asking Soup J's Still
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
restrain himself from doing so. Absolutely.
I don't want to deal with that.
Mecha, it's fine. I'm a man of honesty. It's these things like he didn't really break me, but more contemplated ripping something out secretly than hell. Cheers, but please do not get me in this mood because it's either my
Bum, 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 bum.
or ask you to moan for me. It goes one
Uh-oh.
or the other.
I'm not.
Until then, I
Nah.
have to mainly find ways to deal with
That was guaranteed death right there.
If you're wondering
And that is
is using TF2 lingo
that.
in direction or PC way. I honestly can't tell if I should chalk this up to him
All right.
being a man child.
We're somewhat closer to our objective.
As for how this all affected COJ, he testified that it was only later on that the gravity of the situation sank in for him.
I actually use the combat barrel because of the speed load. It's like with speed cola, it's basically instant reload.
Unfortunately, Soup was just the beginning. With Mega's next victim, he would take things even further. This time, his advances were towards a 15-year-old boy, another friend of Mecha's in the server who he played games with. This kid was an artist issuing commissions for people. Ahegao commissions. Why on earth is a 15-year-old making art of a pornographic nature for adults, you may ask? I would answer that, but by now you should know better than to question the love crafting forward in society, as if they had some kind of rhyme or reason behind it. But yes, the real answer is that Discord servers disaster for human race. This kid was about to make Ahegao art of Mecha Wreck as a joke, when people in the server said he should do a lolly version of Mecha instead. What did I just say about Discord servers? In any case, Mecha instantly latched onto this idea. He liked it so much in fact that he offered to give the kid an item from his inventory and went to out of any age group of consumer, in-game items are most alluring to minors, but they're also the demographic that typically doesn't have the money to buy them. As simple as it seems, this proposition would be enough to get a lot of kids on board with a lot of strange requests, and it makes the situation all the more insidious. When the kid sent him the lolly drawing, Mekarek escalated the conversation by saying he made him happy. Mecha.
Dang, dang, dang.
Cracks like dispensing machine from Squad Citadel in seconds. No, I didn't hear the lollies. Used to, but nonetheless, Mimi Hardboy now.
Okay.
Mimi wrecked? Mimi Hardboy? I'd be laughing right now if this wasn't so revolting. Nonetheless, he continued with a spiel similar to what he told Soup J. To put it in the lightest terms possible, I got a dark side that shows when stuff like this is around. Regardless, I'm now in that mood and I can't escape. Anon, take it out on Starry. Mecca, no, why not you? Anon, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Mecca, I guess that's more the
Please, bro.
interaction
No.
you know? I'd
Every
actually
single
follow you
time.
out.
I can't do
Trust
this
me, you're not
thing.
the last person you would want
This
to ask.
freaking box, bro.
I could
It
see
will
that
not
up
give
to
me
you.
what I want.
And how may I help then?
Just want a rocket
I'll make
launcher.
it
That's
up
all I
later.
want.
I will, but got nothing to help it with. It doesn't work because it's fake as shit.
Game actually hates
It
me.
just really falls on the assistance of others to help me through this shit. It's really the only good way. Again,
I might
it's
just
up
have to spawn with it and try to go get a box
some
weapon.
being more demanding than others. Go for it.
'Cause,
Some what, lol? You. What? Yeah. This time he went as far as trying to solicit
Takes
pictures from
freaking
a minor,
forever.
insisting that he desperately needed to help speed along the process of his sexual gratification, and that there was absolutely nothing else he could do to satisfy him. The last thing this victim wanted to do was be material for a file to jack off to, so we declined to send pictures, though we still maintained a polite tone in doing so due to all the pressure Mekarek had put on him. I'm sorry, but I don't feel very comfortable. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. It's not uncommon I get that response. I am but a depraved person looking to relieve myself of an addiction. This person ended up blocking Mekarek and disappearing for a while, which prompted Soup J, who had found out about the aforementioned interaction, to confront Mekarek with screenshots of the messages, asking if he was serious. His response? I wasn't actually serious. If I was serious, I would have been way more direct. I don't know, it sounded pretty direct to me, considering you were trying to have a change my mind style debate with this guy, and why he should
Oh boy,
regardless
I
of
got it.
being a joke or not, the conversation continued.
I can
Redacted
finally
I don't
get
wanna lose all
these
friendships behind
freaking
the
kills
wording,
done on this
make
thing.
a few dumb decisions with the wording and everything that I know.
And I have to
Yes,
go get
the wording is so
PhD
important.
now,
This all
but
could have been avoided if you
that's
had used
fine,
Grammarly.
I think.
Who the f says I'm a depraved man with a crippling addiction and means it? Well, you, apparently. Hell, I even use the bold fonts. I don't use fonts when conveying a real topic, but what I do have is the world's worst sentence
Gimme, 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 gimme.
followers. Never
I wish I had a
expected-
controller.
I would have expected redacted
Oh, that would make
simply
it so much
just inform us of
better.
a statement after I said my final message to him, like literally any person I've talked to. But he just runs away and doesn't actually hear me out. Was it my fault to believe everyone is the same in that regard? Yes. Was it my fault that I worded everything in there horribly? Yes. Was I serious about asking a male for nudes when I'm clearly straight? No. Clearly straight. If I were to be genuinely asking for his help on that, I would have been much worse. Where to even begin? The series of messages in question he sent were so clearly desperate, how he kept pestering and pressuring the victim, talking about his supposed problem that could only be
Bruh.
solved with this particular child. Because I guess the onus falls on others to charitably assist him when he's in need. And you telling that whole average file is all for a
Step
joke?
off, bro.
Where's
Step
the punchline?
off.
Not only that, but when Mecca does this to other people,
Ooh,
just
ooh.
a prank, they always
I don't want to use up my dying wish right now. This is not the place for this. Yeah, get out of here. Alright, that's good. That was very, very, very close.
Really trying to pressure dudes out of someone who would have been much more relaxed. What I testament to his good character. In any event,
There we go.
Mecca wrapped up the conversation by saying he hoped the 15-year-old would forgive and forget. That's right, kids. If a file ever tries to victimize you, why cry over spilled milk if you can act like nothing ever happened? Surely, if you catch me in the act once, he'll be too ashamed to ever try again, right?
Fudge nuggets.
We'll get to that later. Actually, we'll get to it right now. The third victim was a 16-year-old, and the interaction went much the same way as the other two. I mean, there is one thing I got to do. What's that? Handle a joystick. Ah, I see. Not many know it, but every second of each day, I'm heavier than a brass band. I can tell. Oh, but yeah, me got probably you done a record with Spencer? Nope.
Wow.
Way too long. Sucks. This
Oh, as much as I like YouTube drama videos, this one is very freaking gay.
kept sending a new message after an interval of time had passed, with no response from the victim, indicating how desperate he was to get something out of it. The 16-year-old would finally respond. Erectile dysfunction? More like malfunction for me. It's only been 3 hours. Only? Yeah, sometimes it goes up to 7 hours if I can finish it all.
I gotta throw dead wire on my rocket launcher and a napalm burst on my thingamajigger, my Sarkov.
7 hours? That's an entire work day.
Oh no, my mic, it's
What the hell is wrong
going
with this
AWOL.
guy? If I can be honest with you for a second, you kind of make me feel this way sometimes, as insane as it sounds. Well, at least I'm helping in some way, lol. Yeah, even though I got a GF, I can't gloss over people or the things that get me like this. It just ain't possible or mentally healthy to do so. He's preying on underage boys while having a girlfriend, all while claiming it's not mentally healthy to ignore other people he's interested in for the sake
I
of being faithful to
despise
his relationship.
these
Well, since he cares about mental health
groomers.
so much, what about the mental health of his girlfriend?
Alright.
Or of those literal children he was trying to solicit from? Nonetheless, he kept pushing. Regardless, truth's out. You turn me on. Well, that's a boost to the old self-esteem, and a boost to my third leg. Now, I would go and ask you for something relating to this, but I can tell what'll happen. What do you mean? I mean, I kind of need help with this. If I've lasted this long, it means nothing has worked so far. Where are you going with this? I mean, you're one of my best friends. The last thing I want is my company driving you away. Well, it's not like you asked me for pics of my asshole or something, Lamau. I didn't say I didn't either. Yo, I'm done. It's over. It's over. I'm done. It's over. For the past 4 hours,
Whoa.
something from a friend that really turns me on. Wouldn't be impossible. Just bizarre for I just want to end this. Would you not be
Okay, I think he's low over there.
4 hours just to get a few seconds of pleasure? I mean, a little bit, but I'd probably just keep it moving. There was one thing that
Ooh, that's a max ammo. Gimme.
a sound? Yeah, my absolute
Hell yeah, I'll lose my friggin' quick revive for a max ammo. You bet yourself. You bet your sweet bippy I will.
I just can't. Well, how do you think you were gonna go about it? Are you gonna go into Discord PC or record yourself? I guess record. Then would it not be a problem to record something like that? It would be a problem to intensity. Oh, well then I would just leave all this in the no-no drawer.
I felt like the ulterior was the one for job.
Dang. You know, I complain about the damage that rocket launchers do, but I mean, it's pretty decent. And I know they kind of have to nerf rocket launchers because being able to kill so many zombies over a large area is kind of
So I'll spare you all the chat logs. This guy was in a
good.
relationship, which Mecha was aware of, but still tried to hit him up when he was in one of his moods. When he first did this, the guy thought he was joking. Mecha approached him a second time just 5 hours later, and when this guy realized he was being serious, he told Mecha not to come to him with that kind of stuff. So he did it again later that same day. Upon getting a resounding no as an answer to his approaches, he told the victim not to tell anyone about it. The fifth victim was another person that Mecha asked for loan for him.
Oh,
After unfortunately complying
that
with his
sucks.
request, he immediately left the voice chat
Ah,
and became extremely worried about what
now like there goes all my rocket launcher luck for the rest of the year.
Embarrassed such a file is existing on someone's hard drive.
So, personally, I was running to a friend, started DMing them, telling them what was happening and all that, and how scared and backyard and if I was, and how dumb I was for actually doing it.
I know that's a lot to go over, but Mecharek is quite the serial offender. That's not even the worst part of the part, believe it or not. You may have noticed that I omitted details about the date which each of these incidents took place. You're probably thinking it took him at least a few months to do all of this. Nope. 4 weeks. This is how much damage he did from September 14th, 2018 to October 15th, 2018. 4 weeks. And that's only when Darty and others caught on and started documenting his offenses. Had he already been doing this prior to September, racking up more victims in the process? Well, when Sue Jake confronted Mecca later on in April 2019, before the expose went live, he admitted to doing the same thing in August. So we have that at least. Taking other factors into consideration, there's also a good possibility he had indeed been at this for a while. The way Mecca talked to his targets, saying it usually fell on other people to help him with this problem.
Wait, what?
implies
Where'd
it's
the
the norm for him.
my max
So,
ammo?
a bit of
It's
familiarity with his
what?
dark side,
It
so
just
he had
erased
already
itself
thoroughly
from this
explored what he was
existence.
capable of. Not to mention the fact that he was confident in breaking out these same lines over and over again. Slowly prodding
All right, I'm going
Mecha
to. I'm gonna
closer
turn
and
off my
closer
volume now.
to what he
Actually,
wanted. There's one more person Mecharek preyed on, the only girl of those documented, who confirmed these suspicions that his predatory behavior went back much
all
further
right,
than
we're
he wanted
gonna
to
go.
admit. She made a thread on Twitter to
Turn this
describe
up a
Mecharek's
little
disgusting behavior
smidge.
towards her. With the recent allegations that have come against Mecharek, I do want to put my own story to this. To make a long story short, Mecharek would constantly pressure me to moan for
Oh
him.
my
He would
goodness.
constantly be pressuring me into uncomfortable scenarios, such as ERP. To start off, I will disclose I was not of age when most of this happened. Mecha was. This first started happening with Mecharek flirting with me around May of 2017. I paid no mind to this as I thought it was all simple jokes. This all continued until he finally confessed to me that whenever I talk to him, he gets turned on, and then begins to touch himself. During calls, this would frequently happen, where he'd begin to masturbate audibly in one of the calls. I would constantly ask him to stop, and simply a week later, he'd forget and do it again. It came to a close for a short time when I had threatened to go public with what he had said. He pleaded and begged me not to, and I gave in.
Oh my
I'd
goodness.
forgiven him, and things went back to what seemed like a normal time for us. This continued until around November, when Mecha slowly started alluding to the fact that he would be masturbating again. This reached a peak point when he would ask if I could moan for him. I quietly gave in, and we performed the session. This ended quickly as he had been building it up for a while. We both agreed to never speak of this again, again, as it would get him in trouble and it would embarrass me. He thanks me multiple times for helping him out and acts like a saint to me for a couple of months until around March 2018. He again asked me to moan for him, and during this time, another victim who was also being asked to do the same thing, who shall remain nameless. The nail in the coffin in the nigh inconceivable scenario that all of the aforementioned screenshots and testimonies were fabricated was a recorded admission of guilt by Mekarek to one of his innumerable crimes,
Dang.
included in Darty's collection of evidence.
You remember when we were talking about Wizard NG?
Yes.
Did you do anything with him that is like over the line?
Like, define over the line.
Like video chat, like anything like that? Did you do that?
Yes.
Like specifically what?
Well, him and I masturbated together.
How old was he?
How old was Wizard?
He was
16.
16?
My God.
Oh my, Mac, no.
No, bro.
You'd think
No,
this would
you
be
can't
enough
just
constitutional
say
evidence
that.
right off the bat.
Come
A lot of
on,
Mekarek friends in
dude.
the TF2 community didn't take kindly
These
to Darty's
people,
video. They
man.
either attacked him
God.
or took to defending Mecha's character. They didn't flatly deny the allegations because they couldn't at this point. They just downplayed their severity by saying that Mecha was really sorry. Mecha really is trying his best to, well, get over all of that. I've been there for him longer than anyone else. I've known him for 4 years. His birthday is in 13 days. The last thing I want for him is to be completely misunderstood. He knows what he did is wrong and is admitting to it, which I think is a huge step for him. To my knowledge, this was an attack on Mecha to put him at his worst.
Yeah,
Come
sure,
on, listen,
dude.
I know he's a pedophile, but his birthday, it's in 2 weeks. So these kids should be expected to wait to expose him. Meanwhile, he can't be expected to wait until these kids' birthday before he starts lusting after them. The logic is truly impeccable. Impeccably stupid. Doomsday.exe, one of the TF2 YouTubers on Darty's side, would also end up making a video on the controversy and got a response from Mecha himself along similar lines. Doomsday, I know you're probably sick of me and what I did, but I want to let you know a few things if you wish to hear me out. I made an updated apology, actually
Oh,
telling
Chopper
people
Gunner.
involved that I'm apologetic and not wanting to be some kind of monster, but I know that isn't enough. Words don't speak louder than actions, but I just want everyone that isn't on a hate bandwagon against me to realize that I'm trying to find some way to fix this. Trying to find some way to fix this? Just stop doing it. This isn't something accidental. It takes time and planning to groom minors. It's not like you slipped and fell and hit your head on
You're
the
like,
keyboard and
oops,
whoops.
damn.
You just accidentally
I went-
asked a kid for pictures on Discord.
Yeah,
and it sits
masturbated
on
to a
Black
child.
Box Place and police
Fuck.
handcuff you. Once he saw that the tide of public opinion
What the
was
hell?
going in
What's
his
with
favor
these
anytime
people,
soon,
man?
Mecha
Oh my
Rex took the
God.
nuclear option and deleted him.
Why?
I don't know when exactly
Why
this
are they
took
like
place, but
this?
By May 26, his Twitter was gone. His last bit of known activity online was in 2020, when another TF2 YouTuber got a hold of a person claiming to be Mekarek over Twitter DMs, though this should be taken with a grain of salt for obvious reasons. I have lost my hope and trust in the TF2 community after a bunch of people lied to me.
Special
Despite
kills
what people tell
5.
you, I have gone to therapy. I found a new therapist back in July, and I've been seeing her since then. I've made actual efforts to never fall into that kind of inhuman pile of trash that was me, but people just don't know or just really don't care. He said he was getting help, which he had already lied about once, while still not owning up to the gravity of what he did and blaming everything on the community. So he clearly hadn't changed. But that's seemingly the last that anyone ever heard of him. Mekarek displayed much more manipulative cunning than you typically see amongst the degenerates that I cover. Most of them come out and more or less declare their intentions to their victims off the bat, that they're sexually attracted to them, that they want to be in a relationship with them, and that they want to do sexual things both online and possibly in person. Mekarek was different. He would
Oh
always
no.
be
Oh
giving
no,
himself
no, no,
a
no, no, no,
creepy
no, no, no,
tone,
no,
as
no,
if
no.
acknowledging his own depravity and joking about it somehow made it okay. A lot of the time he
I
wouldn't
saved
outright say he was
my
attracted to
quick
the victim,
revive.
just that he had a problem. He wouldn't outright say he wanted to be in a relationship or have some kind of interaction, just so they could help him out. He tried to phrase everything as if they were just buddies, doing something someone would do for a good friend. And necessarily, if you won't help out a friend in need, that makes you a bad person, doesn't it? It's emotional blackmail. He likes to frame the interaction, especially with his younger victims, as platonic, rather than the reality, which was that they were subjects of a pedophile's lust. It's incredibly sickening, and I pray he isn't still out there under a different name.
Damn it, damn it, damn it,
Wherever
damn it, damn
kids
it, damn it.
congregate
I
online,
hate that
there
shit.
will always be creeps trying to infiltrate them. Come to find out, this dynamic is on steroids when microtransactions are involved, as if loot boxes didn't already have enough of a bad rep. I just wish that these creeps were forced to live under the Snowden regimen, permanently forbidden from coming within 100 feet of an electronic device. Would do the world a favor. Regardless, I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
Thank you, Turkey Tom. That was a good video. I'm still getting absolutely cooked by these manglers. Oh no, I didn't intend to do that. Frick. Where's the other Mangler go? Did I just lose 2 Mangler kills to negligence, basically? Alright, I can pull up another video. Eh. Eh. Yeah, we'll do that.
Like seemingly every other thing
Ah,
meant exclusively for children,
hate
Roblox is
Roblox.
filled to the brim with creepy adults preying on kids.
It's not even
Not
just
only is this
the
not a
like
secret, it's hardly surprising at
pedophiles,
this
the
point.
PDF
However,
files.
there is something about
It's
this
the
unfortunate situation which is unique to Roblox. The
like
predators in it aren't your
exploitation of
average
child
super
labor
great
on
pedos who pretend to
Roblox.
be minors online to lure in unsuspecting victims. Well, don't get me wrong, those exist, but many of them have taken their degeneracy to a new level, becoming professional perverts. By creating games within Roblox that get popular, they have a steady supply of kids that they can then funnel into Discord servers to be groomed. Additionally, they can employ minors as their game staff and actually profit off of child labor, some of them making significant amounts of money in the process. They can use their
Jesus.
profits to victimize even more children by showering them with Robux. And of course, all this wouldn't be possible without Roblox's stellar moderation team, which is too busy watching the Joe Rogan Experience to ever get anything done. In some cases, predators are sooner arrested by the FBI than banned by Roblox mods. Other times, their games are taken down for copyright infringement before they're punished for exploiting kids. These
Yeah,
are the
that was
Roblox
the
developer degenerates.
Sonic guy or whatever he was called, the guy that Penguin Zero went after, I think. Or the guy that
Rate
Penguin
My Avatar
Zero
was a game
remembered, I
created on
guess.
April 21st, 2021.
It
It
was
was
like
pretty bare bones, consisting of little more than
got
booths that players
2K
could rent out
kills.
and
Yes,
while
300
other players
hipfire.
walked up to the booth to have their avatar
Oh,
rated.
where by?
In
I don't
essence,
wow,
it was the
shotgun do
Roblox
those.
version
Yeah,
of a
yeah,
beauty
yeah.
pageant.
That's me
Or at
too.
least that's what it was supposed to be. In practice, people can put whatever text they want above their booths. As you can probably guess, this tends to get a little edgy pretty fast. You can also add display decals, which, despite having in-game limitations,
Those are the kinds of ones I actually like though. I really like the hipfire kill challenges.
Through certain exploits, it's even possible to show videos, which significantly adds to the potential for chaos. Because of this, Rate My Avatar is known for its rather edgy, cancerous, and sometimes extremely inappropriate material that definitely shouldn't be in a kid's game. On the tamer side, there is booths for people to rate how gay you are, where I have a sneaking suspicion everyone is given a 10 out of 10. Some booths are just called, I have 1,000 kids in my basement, so I am giving away, or I'm pooping right now. Classy stuff. But obviously, that's just
Classic
the tip of
Roblox.
the iceberg. The slightly more disturbing content ranges from Nazi imagery, which is commonplace in edgy circles, but in a kid's game it just doesn't belong, to sexual rating games, to outright pornography. People have complained about the lack of oversight on this game for a long, long time, and to no avail. There's just so much toxicity in this game, homophobic, racist, Nazi booths, and many more. The players just missed the concept of the game. It was to rate people's avatar, not say you like Hitler or anything like that for fuck's sake. I feel like the devs should delete the game now, because it's getting out of hand really fast. People are posting some real mad shit. I've seen players put up booths with fucking uncensored porn images, like think about the innocent kids playing the game when they see that madness. I've legit seen uncensored hentai on that game before. It truly has no limits. My personal opinion is that the more edgy content is going to be there no matter what, but as far as pornography, there's just no need for it in a kid's game. To add insult to injury, Rate My Avatar is actually open to all ages. Not that it would be much better, but they could have at
Damn
least
it.
restricted the game to ages 13 and up, or at the very least 9 and up. Apparently, waiting for a child to be 9 is too much for these developers, who just need to expose them to a cesspool of degeneracy as soon as they can. Now, when Rate My Avatar came out, it was small and obscure, so it had no impact on Roblox as a whole, and little potential to be a problem. However, within a few months of its release, it picked up steam and garnered a more substantial player base. At this point, it has over 130 million visits, with 1,000 active players on average.
It's the ones
But such
I don't
levels
know.
of
I hate
traffic are
challenges
still
where you have to go
insufficient
out
sway the
and go
devs
get
to
like
moderate
vermin
what's
kills or
being done.
whatever.
Why is that? And what kind of person would think a game like this would be a good idea in the first place? Well, we're about to find out. Meet Dang It, the owner of Rate My Avatar. At least that's what he goes by on Discord. On Roblox, his main account is under the name Yvier. However, this account isn't the only one that owns the game. The game is owned by a group with over 1 million members called Names Are Not Important. This group is in turn owned by a group called Names Are Important.
Come
on.
on.
Accounts of Dang It's. This way, if his main account were ever banned on Roblox, it wouldn't affect the game. The group would remain, and Dang It would retain ownership of it, and, most important of all, continue to profit off of it. The fact that he was already preparing fail-safes in case his main account was banned perhaps indicates some expectation that he would be. As is often the case with Roblox developers, Dang It had a Discord server for his moderators and staff to coordinate work on the game. However, it seems that a good portion of these staff members were minors. If you're unfamiliar with how
Discord
game
like the
development works
plague.
in Roblox, this
I just
may be
can't.
surprising to you. But if
I don't
you're
wanna
not
go
into the
near
game
it.
whatsoever, you'll know that the Roblox economy basically runs on child labor. The users that help with moderating and working on games are often as young as the people playing them. This means that, if you're someone with any amount of game dev knowledge, all you need to do is create a mildly successful game on Roblox, and you'll have a legion of children lining up to come work for you. The kids truly yearn for the mines. These kids' naivete about how a job should work,
Okay,
paired with
yeah,
their
I like
overzealous
that.
excitement at the prospect of contributing to a game, makes them
It
easy
reminds me
targets
of
to take advantage
the
of. This
Minecraft
can be
trailer that just came
financially,
out.
with children being underpaid and overworked, or
Yearn
much,
for the
much darker.
mines.
Predators can use their sway
It's
or
true.
table money in front of
It's what
minors in the form of
children
Robux
want.
to
Child
sexually
children,
exploit
God.
them. Mainstream news outlets tend to not be tech savvy or in the know, but even they have
Wowza.
picked up on how
I got
unethical
the
Roblox's
power
business
drill
model
done.
is, and how dangerous it can be for
It's
children,
time to go
who
get
are
claim my
deceptively sold the
reward.
prospect of making millions of dollars on the platform when only a small minority of games become truly profitable. They're much more likely to be exploited than to ever win the Roblox Game Developer Lottery. All of this background is to give context for what exactly was going on in Dang It's Discord server, which was only exposed in January of this year, almost 2 full years after the game initially went live. On January 24th, 2023, a set of staff members and moderators from the Discord server released a video alleging that Dang It was a pedophile and used his position to groom an underage girl. The main focus of these allegations were Dang It's interactions with a girl named Nelly back in 2021, who was a moderator and admin that also contributed to art for the game. Nelly was 14 at the time, while Dang It was supposedly 18. And I say supposedly because no one has any personally identifiable information about Dang It, such as his real name or appearance, and he could be
That was
lying
kind
about
of
his
cinematic
age.
as heck. I really like that
Could be
rocket launcher
younger, or
kill.
he could be far older. We just don't know. Screenshots show that
Yeah.
Nelly was only 14 years old. Nelly, y'all.
I've heard that's been an issue. I mean, I've
How old
heard
are
people
you?
get banned
Dang
from
it,
game
she's
chat for
14.
absolutely
Knowing
like
this, he behaved
nothing.
wildly inappropriately towards her, saying sexual things which she expressed she was uncomfortable with. Dang it, suck my dick. Nelly, bye. Blocking. Uncomfy now. Dang
That's-
it, suck my
yeah.
fucking dick. He also made other similar
That's
jokes
exactly
to
what I
her.
would expect
Dang
from
it,
a
I'll
Roblox
break you.
moderator to
Nelly,
say.
what? Dang it. I'll tie you up and bring you to my parents' basement, which is currently under construction, and I will only feed you once a day. In the same vein, he also tried to get her to join condo games, which, if you're unaware, are games on Roblox that allow for sexual activity. People pull this off using bypass decals to get naked models of their characters and animations to, yeah. There are no limits to the creativity of a tech-savvy degenerates. They'll figure out the inner workings of just about anything in order to insert sex or their fetishes into it. Roblox is in a continual uphill battle to keep condo games off the sites, but new lobbies are constantly being created. Just the fact that Dang It is playing condo games himself raises red flags. Because why play a sex game on a children's platform of all places, unless you're aiming for the people in it to be kids? In any case, I think you can guess what his intention was for what they'd be doing in-game. Dang it. I invited Nelly to join cons. I knew secretly deep down she wanted to come. Nelly, y'all, Dang It was trying to get me to play a not safe for work game, but I said no because I'm a mature little girl. He also gave her hundreds of dollars worth of Robux and apparently sent thousands to another girl. Nelly, he gave me like, I don't know, 90k? No, 160k. He gave Zara like $1 million. In light of spending all this money on her, Dang It called himself her trust fund daddy. Other than Nelly and Zara, he gave money to another 14-year-old girl who was working as a moderator. This girl also suffered from schizophrenia and anorexia. In
Jesus.
total, he gifted over 1.5 million Robux to her accounts in the form of limited items, with the possibility of more money being given in other forms. Now, was he just a nice guy to help all these young girls? A charitable benefactor, if you will? Giving without expecting anything in return? Or did he have more nefarious intentions in mind? I'll let you be the judge of that. The allegations further stipulated that he was obsessive, manipulative, and toxic, trying to control Nelly's relationships, and threatening cutting and suicide if she didn't do what he
Oh,
wanted.
no.
Why won't you tell him off, though? He can't just do this to you. I feel bad. He always finds a way to manipulate me, and it always works. Nelly, would you kill yourself if I hated you? Dang it. Yeah, I would. Dang it. I'm cutting. Nelly, don't. What the f***? Dang it. Too late. Nelly, get a towel right now.
I mean, he knows I feel bad really, really easily, and he'd always, like,
Damn it.
you know, manipulate me. Like,
Fucking
say,
hell.
oh, if you don't do this, well, I'm gonna leave you. Or if you if you don't reply quick enough, then, well, of course he's gonna get upset. And he knew that I feel bad really, really easily. He knows that. I didn't know that I was being manipulated. I didn't know I was being taken for like advantage. I thought stuff like that would be okay. I thought all the stuff he was doing, like saying that
Yeah.
he's going to
PlayStation
stuff
can't
like
get
that, I
chat
thought he
banned.
was okay.
Ah, yeah.
These past
That's
few months,
good.
like realizing, like,
I'm banned. I just
it's
moved my
not,
system
like,
data ahead of a month,
it's
a year, and
really
boom.
messed up.
Is that how
While
it
this
works?
behavior came
Actually?
to light as of more
Oh my
recently, when
god.
people confronted Dang It
Until
on
you
his
reset your
actions,
game.
he seemingly tried to justify his
That's
behavior.
really smart
You're
though. That's
missing
a
the
smart way to
point.
get around
That
that.
kind of talk is fine. The problem is it is a 14-year-old you were saying that to. That crosses boundaries of judgment. Dang it. What do you mean? You're telling me just because we're 3 to 4 years apart that makes it not okay? Why? No, I didn't say that. It's not about the age gap. It's about the ages. You, 18, not a minor, saying stuff like that to a 14-year-old, young minor. Dang it. So it is about the age. So if it was 16 and 14, that makes it okay? Why make it sound like you're trying to justify it? You are 18, a legal adult. Dang it. I'm not trying to justify it. Stop assuming. I'm trying to see why you think it's not appropriate. That's what. You're saying telling a minor to suck your dick is totally fine? Dang it. Maybe it's fine. He tried to
Jesus.
brush off the claims by saying they lacked
These
context.
people.
And that, since Nelly also made dirty jokes, what he did was somehow okay. The allegation is not real, and the screenshots are usually taken out of context. It was a joke. It was the type of jokes she would make. An attempt at a more formal response to the allegations was made, not by Dang It himself, but by one of the mods who had received money from him, named Zara. Hello everyone, just making a statement in regards to the recent rumors going around about the owner of Names Are Not Important, known as Dang It. The rumors are accusing him of being a pedophile. By now, you have all probably seen these screenshots that are the supposed evidence that have been spreading around. I'd like to first start off by making it clear that these rumors are completely false. However, even after reading this, it is up to you to form your own opinion. But please be unbiased and find the truth for yourself. Zara went on to claim that Nelly was demoted from admin status for abusing her powers, and this whole drama was just to get back at Dang It by painting him as a pedo. Zara attempted to recontextualize a few screenshots to explain why they were innocuous, but most of the evidence remained unrefuted, such as him paying the girls disproportionately.
Alright, I've only got a little more until I have to get the 2K on this gun.
While this controversy was going on,
Then I have to go look it up actually. I don't remember the
to do with allegations of misconduct and was more likely due to the objectionable content within the game. It was swiftly reinstated after
I don't
that,
remember
so
the
nothing of consequences come out of this
camo
situation
challenges,
yet.
the
Dang
special
It, who would be
ones.
20 years old by
I think
now,
it's
could feasibly let the
Deadwire
drama die down and continue
and
on his merry way, getting 9th graders to run his game for him while he spends his earnings on blocky E6 and condo games. The account Dr. Rofatnik was created on Roblox on July 20th.
Oh, I know he's horrible. I know
It
Dr.
belongs
Rofatnik
to a
is
game
literally like the
developer
worst
went
thing
by the
ever,
alias
but
Jaden Shedletsky, a reference to John James Shedletsky III,
Alright,
one of Roblox's
let me go.
founders. Over the course of several years,
Go check this out.
Jaden would climb his way to the top of Roblox as a game developer, becoming one of the highest earners on the platform. He accomplished this by creating the game Sonic Simulator, owned by the group Sonic Eclipse Online. It was a Sonic spin-off which featured impressive gameplay for Roblox standards, with actual voice acting. He started work on the project around 2017 and launched it in 2018. It was monetized through a paywall, players could buy access for $5, and would receive a Sonic costume for their avatar in exchange. By 2021, the game had garnered over 90 million visits and attracted an active player base. And of course, the game's popularity meant significant profits for Jaden. Everything seemed peachy on the surface. It was an innocent game to be enjoyed by young Sonic fans. But behind the scenes, off-site, something monstrous was taking place. The first signs of trouble in the public eye appeared in September 2020. A young girl, going by the alias of Sarah, came forward saying that Dr. Rofatnik had groomed her over Discord all the way back in 2017. At the time, she was just 12, while Jaden was a staggering 24 years old, literally twice her age. In an interview with The Guardian later down the line in 2022, Sarah would describe her experience with Jaden. Sarah started playing Roblox when she was 6, drawn to the range of games on offer and the community of children with similar
I need to go
interests. She became
to...
involved in
Where
Sanity
is
Clips
it?
Online when she was 12 and joined the game's Discord. It was, she says, an absolute cesspool of toxicity. Jaden started a private chat with Sarah soon after she joined the server. He began sending her private updates on the progress of the game, which she says made her feel special, like she was party to insider information. He
Alright, I need 100 enemies affected by my tactical equipment and 300 eliminations with dead wire.
For him, she told me. I was a
That's
child
gonna
who just
be a
wanted
bit
love
of
and
a
attention I couldn't get
task.
elsewhere. Jaden soon changed his tone. In messages seen by the Observer, he made repeated jokes about raping Sarah and sent her sexually explicit images. Other members of the team were aware of the charge dynamic, jokingly
Bedwire.
referring to her as Jaden's underage sex doll in the main chat room. If ever she challenged his messages, he told her it was all said in jest and not to take herself so seriously. Jaden gave Sarah free Robux to spend on Roblox. He used the fact that I cared about him a lot to his advantage, she said. He was very manipulative right up until the day I left. In a video by People Make
There we
Games
go.
that covered this incident, Sarah testified to Jaden's reprehensible behavior.
He was the one who started.
No. Oh, gosh, I hate that. I just get stuck in there.
Saying it was okay to make these jokes. It's not illegal. It's not breaking any laws. Even though it was literally sexting. It got to ERP level at one point.
As for what the exact content of all of these Discord messages were, it was disgusting. You're 12, I expect you to be a little slow on the upbringing, but soon I'll corrupt you beyond your wildest dreams. I love that I excite you so much, it just makes it worth the wait. Sarah, kill me, LMFAO. Jaden, why kill you if I can violate you instead? Besides, you're more fun screaming.
God.
Jaden, you're so hot it makes it painful to think about waiting a year. Sarah, hey, as long as it's in a basement, we don't have to wait at all. Besides, why would I tell anyone? Why would I throw away such a perfect opportunity? Jaden, true, but I'd like to take you somewhere nice. Sarah, your basement is still pretty nice. Jaden, humble girl, I think I'm starting to like you a bit too much, LMFAO. You are one of the few to fuel my lust. Sarah, end me please. Jaden, no, I'll rape you instead. I'll just drive down there. Just jump out of the window and I'll take you somewhere.
Jesus.
Sarah, what place? Jaden, it's your choice. Either my home or some motel or I don't know. You're the reason why I'm gonna end up behind bars. Sarah, you won't end up in bars if nobody finds out. Jaden, hopefully so. Sarah, just keep me at your house. Nobody will find me there. Jaden, oh yeah, you'll love the basements. Sarah wasn't the only underage girl who suffered from grooming and sexual advances at Jaden's hands, however. There was a 14-year-old staff member who just wanted to work on the game, and Jaden only ever sexually harassed her in response, calling her his play toy, saying she could be his personal under-the-desk motivator, and threatening to tie her up in his basement. He tried pressuring another girl, 15 years old, to send him pictures of herself, and kept pushing even as she continuously refused his advances. In that same article, it's revealed that Jaden was also overworking his underage staff. This is basically par for the course, considering he was already doing so much worse. Reagan Green from Ontario, Canada, joined Roblox when he was 6. Like many 12-year-olds, Green loved the character of Sonic, so when the game's creator, known on the platform by the handle Dr. Rofatnik, and who also uses the name Jaden Shedletsky on Discord, offered him the chance of a lifetime to work on the game as its programmer, Green eagerly signed up. Jaden, who indicated in his messages that he was 24 at the time,
really?
Leader. Green claims that he was encouraged to work long hours to improve the game or be replaced. It began to have a negative effect on my mental health. I was constantly trying to find ways to improve the project, but Jaden always wanted more out of me, and I became incredibly burned out. Green worked on Sanity Clips Online constantly between the ages of 12 and 14. The pressure caused me to break, he said. Shortly after these screenshots were leaked, Jaden posted a response video to the girls on his YouTube channel, The Jetterman Roblox. He refers to the girls as Red, Blue, and Yellow, which are the names they had gone by in the documents to remain anonymous. Red being the girl we referred to as Sarah. The first oddity in the response was that he had pitched his voice down slightly. Why he did this was anyone's guess. Maybe he thought it commanded more authority, or maybe he did it to obscure his identity. A good omen for him being a very trustworthy character, of course. In the video, he affirms that these screenshots are real, but that they were just jokes. A bit of dark humor, if you will. It's the typical 200 IQ defense of online predators nationwide, which anyone north of 60 IQ can see through immediately.
So let me start by apologizing for the things I've said. I know I shouldn't have said those things regardless of the context, and I personally apologize to Red, Blue, and most especially Yellow. This shouldn't have been a joke in the first place, and I really apologize. For as distasteful as the comments I made are, they weren't genuine, nor were they filled with intent. I wholeheartedly am not interested in the things I said. Even the document itself recognizes that this isn't evidence of me being a pedophile. My sense of humor has always been very harsh, dark humor, if you will. And while I
Oh,
do acknowledge
bro.
my behavior, it
He's,
does
oh, I
reveal that I
hate
had
that
no
excuse.
intention on moving on any
Oh.
of the things I said. It was pretty common knowledge that these jokes were being made in my community. Maybe not to the extent it actually occurred, but definitely known. So far as to the point where I was known as the old man with kids in his basement.
What's this big expose about? Everyone already knows I'm the old man with kids in his basement. I don't think that's the clever retort he probably thought it was. After this spiel of piss-poor apologetics for threatening to rape children, he proceeds to play testimonies from other minors. Minors who are on his payroll, mind you, who quote-unquote experienced the same thing as Red and Blue, presumably sexual harassment, but were mature enough to perceive that it was just a bit of edgy comedy, and knew that Jaden was only being a pedophile, ironically, as a joke.
Hello, I'm
That's,
Jada
yeah,
Excel.
that's
I'm
something to
currently
say, I
working
guess.
for SEO as a 3D modeler. I want to start off by saying I've known Jaden for 5 years, and all the years I've known him for, he was very careful with what he said because he knows not to step over the fine line of joking around. Certain people want to see Jaden fall, and he won't fall to false accusations with no evidence.
Hey there, my name is Charlie. I'm currently 17 and I work at SEO as a graphics lead. After seeing this, I want to make my point fucking clear. What Jaden has said and done, he has no fucking excuse for, and I'm truly disgusted after reading this document and all the things he has done. However, I've had these things happen to me in the past, as I've spoken to him in that way when I was younger. I tried forcing explicit content out of him, guilt-tripping him a lot of the time, and making him feel bad. However, he never took advantage of my young age at 12. I was 12 at the time. It never happened.
No,
He was
I
pushing me
just
away.
used up both my
However,
plates on
this
that.
doesn't give him the excuse to talk to these young individuals like that at all. Though he is not a pedophile. I'm just saying what he did was extremely wrong, and I agree with you all with that, but he's not a fucking pedophile.
Hello, I am Dead Inside Sonic. I've known Jaden for the past 4 or 5 years. I am a contributor to the Roblox game Sonic Eclipse. Jaden's humor has never been the greatest, and he has no doubt taken some jokes a bit too far, but never to the point of illegal action. He understands the clear dividing line between jokes and serious, harmful actions against others. Yes, the jokes he had made were very inappropriate and should have never been said to a minor, but the jokes were never more than just jokes and were completely taken out of context.
This is Panic. I've been a part of SEO's community since 2018. I was used as a piece of evidence to forward the claim of Jaden being manipulative. I'd like to make it clear that I was not manipulated in any way. Anything I said and did was all on my own accord. I remember myself making these kinds of jokes as well. It was just a form of shitty humor back then. Though I can't stress enough that nothing was ever more than just a joke. Jaden clearly knew his boundaries and did not want to indulge in anything illegal for his own safety and the safety of the victims. I really do hope that people see through the bullshit of these messages that were taken out of context. It really isn't okay for Jaden to be labeled as a pedophile like this without any actual evidence.
All of his staff and friends said roughly the same thing, so it's not out of the question that Jaden had prepared a script of some kind for them, or had coached them on what to say. One of the responses was only in text. Hi, I'm Ryofu, an artist. I've known Jaden for about 6 to 7 years, and I consider him a dear friend. Jaden, and many others, sometimes including myself, have jokes in pretty dark ways that are pretty inexcusable. But the fact that he is being accused of being a pedo is pretty confusing to me, as there is no evidence to back it up. Personally, when I met Jaden and hung around him in the early years, I was very young, and in no way imaginable has he ever tried to take advantage of me or any other children that also happened to be around.
Yeah.
Again, another person having contact with Jaden from a very young age, mentioning that other children just happen to be around. Are we supposed to believe that he just accidentally stumbles into large swaths of 12-year-olds? The video only gets worse from here. Jaden, as a man in his mid-20s, proceeds to blame his own victims, saying they came onto him first, a claim which, even if true, changes absolutely nothing. He even calls Sarah an attention seeker, as if she put herself in such a vulnerable position with her reputation and dignity on the line just for a bit of clout.
Now for the situation with Red. I agree. I shouldn't have done what I did, and I definitely don't feel right for doing that to her. However, let me make this clear. I did not start her out on this behavior. I did not groom her into doing it. By the time we were making these jokes, she had already been doing it with several people. So the notion that I brought this onto her is utterly false. Yes, I did indeed say these things very often to Yellow, but the context seems to imply that it was one-sided. While it's true, I shouldn't have said these things to begin with. She didn't hate it and sometimes would initiate it. Again, I'm not justifying my actions, all I'm doing is disputing what the document says. Let's get the elephant out of the room here. First things first. Red, what I said to you earlier about my apology was completely sincere, and I hope you can someday let go of this hatred. However, I will call you out on this because you cannot be claiming to be an angel. Red has no problem admitting that she craves attention. Her behavior before anything else really just kinda screams it.
With how abhorrent of a response this video was, Jaden caused more damage in the process, and his shifting of responsibility onto his victims took its toll on Sarah, as she revealed later on.
I did actually self-harm after the response video came out, and I thought my reputation was destroyed now, you know?
During all of this, the YouTuber Ruben Sim, who would later make the first video that put together all of the facts of this story, was following the situation and spoke out about Jaden publicly. Luckily, his denouncement of Jaden's behavior caught the eye of Roblox, and in response, they deleted Jaden's accounts. However, he still had alt accounts that pulled in even more revenue for him than that one. Roblox hadn't banned his game or even ceased paying him. The situation was far from over. 1 month after the initial controversy, around October 15th, it looked like Roblox had finally taken decisive action. As stated before, Sonic Simulator was owned by the group Sonic Eclipse Online. The accounts that owned the group had been deleted. However, this turned out to be useless, because shortly after this,
oh my god, you gotta be
off
joking
ownership
me.
of the group to a friend of his. This meant he was still in control of the game, was still profiting off of it, and worst of all, still had access to children through his popularity. He would gloat on Twitter about escaping justice. Thanks for driving more money to my game, man. Geez, you guys are really stupid for giving me all this publicity. If Roblox wasn't going to lift a finger, then maybe it was time to get the authorities involved. Except, Jaden's real identity was unknown. Any attempt at contacting the police would be in vain. That is, any attempt made by the average person. Roblox, on the other hand, knew his real identity the entire time. They were paying his bills after all. They must have had something that could be used to identify him. Jaden could have been arrested as soon as the allegations came out in 2020.
That sucks.
Had Roblox been bothered to do anything about the situation? Or at least he could have been under police
I can go get food now.
Had that happened in 2020,
Yes.
what happened next could have been avoided.
Yes.
Fast forward to January 2021, and the group switched ownership yet again. Ruben Sim had still been trying to get Roblox to do something about Jaden.
I'm probably only like 20 kills off of the dead goal, or the dead wire goal for gold.
This rare Roblox W lasted only a week, because Jaden's friend quickly appealed the ban, and the account in question was restored. Though his friend managed to overturn Roblox's decision with the pretense that he was the true owner of this account and had nothing to do with Jaden's antics, this was obviously a blatant lie. Jaden was still the true owner of the game, as evidenced in a YouTube video he posted 4 months later.
I got the Krig, man. Oh, no, not yet.
Was still linked to the game. Roblox just couldn't stop dropping the ball on this case until finally, in December 2021, the decision was taken out of their hands altogether. Sega copyright strikes the game, and that marks the unceremonious end of Sonic Simulator. Although that was the end of the line for his game, it wouldn't be the end of Jaden's story, though it first appeared that way. No new developments on the situation took place until May 2022, when Jaden's online presence went quiet. He wasn't active on Discord, and any messages sent to his accounts went unanswered. Why was this? Well, Jaden Shedletsky had been arrested by the FBI, or should I say, Arnold Castillo. His fate was discovered courtesy of the local news. Arnold Castillo, 28, is charged with enticement of a minor and interstate transportation of a minor to engage in criminal sexual activity. Castillo began communicating with the victim in February through social media by buying artwork she posted online. An investigation found Castillo at one point bought and sent several electronic devices worth thousands of dollars to the victim, including an artist glove for a drawing tablet, a smart tablet drawing stand, and a computer. Over several months, Castillo showered praise upon the minor, sent her gifts through an online retailer, and paid her money. He at one point wrote messages to the girl that read, "I love you," and "I made a vow to you that in sickness and in health I would always be with you." Then in May, the girl left her home for New Jersey. Authorities tracked the girl's location to Castillo's home. Court papers say
Wait,
Castillo
what?
enticed the girl
I only had
from
130
Indiana to New
kills?
Jersey around May 3rd. He then paid an Uber $500 in advance to pick her up and to drive her across state lines, and then paid the driver an additional $500 once she arrived. If convicted, Castillo could serve life in prison. Apparently, in February 2022, he had found a new girl to prey on after grooming her online for just a few months. Again, using that same Discord server that was linked to his game, he bribed an Uber driver $1,000 to transport her 700 miles across state lines to his house. The victim's mother contacted the police immediately upon noticing her daughter's absence, but had to wait a couple of days to get a meeting with them.
That's gonna
When
be
she
it
was
for
finally
me
able to provide the authorities with the
today,
info she
and
had
I'm
about
gonna go get
Arnold,
food because
based on
I'm
the
super
purchases he had made for
duper
her daughter,
hungry.
they were able to trace him. However,
Super
even with
duper
the
duper
police
hungry.
involved, he kept lying. When they first called him, he gave them a fake name and lied about where he lived. When they tracked him down and arrested him at his apartment with the girl, he was still lying about his age, claiming he was only 22 years old, as if that would make the situation any better. By the time the police caught up with him, the girl in question had been at his apartment for several days. His trial will take place in March, and let's just hope he finally faces the consequences for his actions that have been a long time coming at this point.
Sheesh.
Often, when the topic of predators lurking through servers and lobbies of online games to find their victims comes up, people have a tendency to act like this is something relegated to obscure corners of any given platform.
Alright, yep,
That would never
that's gonna
fly
be it for me
mainstream,
today.
so on and so forth.
I'm gonna head out.
It's cases like Alex Neutron's that prove that belief to be terribly wrong. If you're a Roblox enthusiast, you've
For the
definitely heard
VOD,
of Meep City
my
before,
Twitch
given it was the first game
is
to ever hit 1 billion visits.
linked
Though
in the
that number
description
has long been
below.
overshadowed, as Meep City now has over 14.
Bye
Being
bye.
the fourth most visited game in Roblox history, it's become